Got the plate rack. Okay, we're done. Hey guys, Joe here. Thanks for checking out another video on the channel. It is a beautiful sunny day, although it is only 34 degrees out. But we are at Middletown's firing range and we are doing another 100 rounds. However, this one will be segmented and edited because I'm going to be doing some stuff during this video. So keep that in mind. But I thought today would be a good day to come out and put some rounds for the first time through my Rock Island Tac 2 Ultra 9mm 22 TCM gun. So I do have some Phoenix remanufactured. I think it's remanufactured. Either way, it's 124 grain ball. And then we have some TCM 9R, which is actually designed for the conversion kits, and it's designed to run in regular 9mm mags, such as the Glock conversion, which Rock Island did for a while. They actually sold a 22 TCM barrel conversion for a Glock. I believe the 19. I don't think the 17 ever got one, but the 19 did. So for those of you that didn't watch the short or the review of the handgun, that is a 22 TCM cartridge with a shortened 22 caliber bullet. The standard TCM looks more like a 223 bullet, but because they wanted to have compatibility with Glock mags, they went ahead and put a shorter bullet in the casing. In terms of 9mm, like I said, we're just using some Phoenix reman, plastic, which is just 124 grain full metal jacket stuff. Nothing fancy, but it'll definitely work. Like I said, it's very cold out here, so I'll probably be wearing gloves. I'm going to put in-ears in, even though I should be using my over-ears, but I just don't like the way they feel. Also, I like pulling my earwax out, and this does it really well. If you're new to the channel, I've been doing firearms reviews since 2017, basically. I bought my first handgun in 2017, so yeah, it's only been about 7 years that I've been doing this. But I thoroughly enjoy the sport. I like the challenge of being accurate, and I like all kinds of handguns, even Glocks. Yes, I know that sounds weird. But I started working in the industry in 2019 with my buddy when he opened a store, and during this last year I was working at Middletown Firearms. I'm no longer working for anybody. I've gone back to an independent lifestyle, but I did make an arrangement with Middletown Firearms. So if you could do me a favor, check them out, middletownfirearms.com. If you're in Northern Virginia, come up here. You can sign up for time at the range. They have a steel side, which I use, and then they have a paper side, which I might use from time to time. And they're working on a use permit for their rifle range, although the rifle range is mostly just for the store and people that work there. But they also offer other services. They have an excellent gunsmith, Dan and John, and I'm not sure if Matt's still there, but if he is, he's a decent up-and-comer, so you can always hit them up. And they also do AK building services. So check them out. They do a little bit of everything, and they will ship to another FFL if they have a handgun or rifle that you're looking for and you're not in the local area. So hit them up, tell them I sent you. I can't link them, just Google it, Middletown Firearms in Middletown, Virginia. Inventive name, I know, but just tell them I sent you and that you want to F with them, and they'll hook you up. So today we're going to start with some 9mm, and I have a couple of Chip McCormick mags. I think these are Chip McCormick mags. Isn't that what that stands for? Somebody let me know down in the comments. I bought them used from my buddy at Liberty Arms, and yeah, but these are 10 rounders. And so is the standard mag that it came with. I think it's a KCI. It might be a Metgar, but I think it's a KCI mag because Rock Island has switched to KCI, and these are rear seam welded. 9mm is not a super hot cartridge compared to like a 45. It doesn't have as much powder, so maybe it'll be fine. I remember when Desert Eagle started producing a 1911 in conjunction with Bull Armory. They were making their own, or they had a manufacturer for mag before they started making them in-house. And that magazine was having rear seam weld problems. Depending on the round, it can cause an issue. Also, we just went over 160K as I'm filming this, so thank you to each and every one of you. Don't forget to go over to Jimmini Tech, which we're going to have another crossover here. I know I've been doing a little bit of both on this channel, and that's only because I'm trying to grow the other channel. And this channel is the one where everything gets monetized. That channel still hasn't reached 1,000 subs and still hasn't reached 4,000 watch hours. So I would implore you, if you guys are so inclined, to maybe just go over there and just subscribe. Maybe leave a thumbs up and a comment on one of the videos you see over there. That would be much appreciated. Over here on Mondays and Fridays is when I'm throwing up some extra stuff, the tech stuff specifically. Tuesdays and Thursdays have always been review days for me. Well, that's what I settled on eventually. And Wednesdays is going to be the range stuff. So you're basically getting 5 videos a week. So I would also encourage you maybe to become a member, because doing stuff every day of the week ain't cheap. It ain't free. And when I'm shooting guns that I own, I have to incur all that cost. All this ammunition, mine. Well, I stole all the 9 from Daniel. He just doesn't realize it yet. But yeah, I have to pay for the guns. I have to pay for the time, fuel, energy, the handguns themselves are not cheap. Like the Rock Island we're shooting today has a street price, a map price, minimum asking price of $750, which is not cheap. It's actually pretty expensive for a 9mm 1911 that isn't from like Springfield. However, Rock Island builds more 1911s than anybody else. So I'm gonna finish loading this mag and then we'll start shooting. Yeah, those Chip McCormick mags loaded a lot easier than these things. Sharp edges too. I love that because that never hurts. It's cold out and the nerve damage made it so I couldn't even tell that my fingers were in the gloves. So that's always good. Okay, so we're starting with the 9mm barrel in it. So we're going to start with some 124 grain 9mm rounds. Safety for safety's sake. Let's see what it does. Ooh. Not a lot of room in the trigger guard, and I haven't adjusted this trigger yet. Unsure what that first feed issue was. Could have been me. Also could be that first mag was just the factory mag. Quite honestly, like I said, they're cheap. Not terrible. One misfeed at the beginning, which does bring up a valid point. 9mm 1911s have a feed ramp. 45mm 1911s really don't. They require the mag to feed, whereas the 9mm have a long ramp on them. Oh, that feels so much better. But like I was saying, this one is a factory mag, and the factory mag could have been part of the problem. Because if you see this indentation, the mag is designed to be the same length as 45, but that pinch holds the rounds. However, they have to come to the rear. You can see how squeezed in it is. A 45 is a much more open top to the magazine. So we're going to do 3 more mags of this, and then we're going to swap over to the 22 TCM 9R barrel. I keep calling it 22 because it is a 22 caliber round, but it's technically just called TCM 9R. Don't forget to give me a like for the nerve damage. I'm trying to take the glove off for the next round too. A little too bulky. I should have worn my thinner ones. I have 2 different sets of mechanics. Wear gloves. So this is the factory mag, and this is the second time I'm loading it, and I can already tell you the spring has gotten a lot looser, so it could have just been because it was the first time the mag had ever been loaded, and it was just dragging. Yeah, because the first time I tried loading it, I couldn't force the round all the way to the rear of the mag like I can now. If the round isn't properly seated, it's the same problem that some 22 caliber guns have. If the round isn't properly seated, it doesn't present correctly, and then you don't get it to feed right. Although that 10th round, you can see that 10th round does not want to feed correctly. But we got there in the end. My very first 1911 was actually a 22 TCM, and I really did enjoy it. I'm glad you're out, but if you could make it warmer, that'd be nice. So I'm going to shoot the next set without a pair of gloves on so that we can talk about how the trigger actually feels. But as you can see, it did feed fine. In fact, I'm going to shoot the last mag lefty. I'm going to shoot the first round righty. So much better. I'm also switching which eye I'm aiming with, trying to see if I need to force myself to learn to shoot righty since I had my LASIK, which may be the case. That was 50 rounds of Full Metal Jacket. I'm going to set up for a quick shorts video and I'll be right back. Here at the Jimmini show, we take data and electronics quite seriously. And when the data needs to be erased, we use the ballistic method. We also hate when a card tries to fry our computer, and we're going to use the ballistic method to send that off as well. Oh, from 10 yards. Clear. Needless to say, I don't think these things will be hurting anybody ever again. So I'd say we had successful deterrent of future usage. Also, I don't think that that data is going to be recoverable. But hey, you know, give it a shot, kids. Hey, hell, I gave it 3. Next, we're going to be swapping over to the 22 TCM barrel. This kit came with both barrels and the new recoil spring because it's a longer but lighter spring. In order to do that, we're going to go ahead and drop the mag, make sure the gun is empty, check it, no anything in it, lock the slide back, and because it's 30 degrees out, the barrel cooled down very quickly on this, which is good. Please don't go flying, Mr. Plunger. Ballistically broken in. Actually, I had trouble getting the slide lock, slide release out. I'm Canadian, don't you know? Except I'm not, because I have guns. Wow. I don't know what They can take our freedom, but they can't take our poutine. Yeah, but healthcare is free. Yeah, but who the fuck wants to live in Canada? I'd rather live in a free country. I'm going to log into my analytics tomorrow and it's going to be like, percentage of Canadian viewers. And then it'll go back up because then they'll realize I'm right. Interestingly, the link comes down a little bit farther for the TCM barrel, but it's still in the right position. So, and I could do it like that. And yeah, you can dry fire it because it's a center fire cartridge, which is another benefit to 22 TCM or TCM 9R. The fact that it's freezing cold out doesn't help. But yeah, when you have that much powder behind that small of a round out of a 5-inch barrel, you're going to get a fireball. It's just so sunny out, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to capture it. You can see how much shadow there is on my face. Hello. Why do you shave? You look like a weirdo. Thank you. Thank you very much. Please see without cutting my damn hand. It hurts. Stop being a wuss. Okay. As soon as you subscribe. See, I'm not one of those fair weather reviewers that only comes out when it's 85 frickin' degrees. Why I like Honest Outlaw. He goes out when it's snowing. I almost put a 9 in here. Could have been bad. I mean, it wouldn't have fed into the chamber, but still. If I get 100 likes on this video, I'll fire this round out of the 9mm barrel. This magazine is going away as soon as this video is over. Since this is the first shots with it, I'm using the mag that it came with, but yeah, as soon as this video is over, this magazine is going in the trash. I think we're gonna have a feeding issue out of this mag because it looks like the very last round decided to shove itself forward even though it was letting me feed them. I love you, factory crap. See how much easier this one is? That's why you buy good mags. If you own a 1911 and you're running original mags, quit that shit. Spend 50 bucks, get Wilson Combat mags. You'll get a couple of years out of them, swap them out, sell them for 30 bucks on eBay because they're under 10 rounds, and buy more. Cheap mags in a 1911 are how they break. I mean, hell, pro mags in a Glock suck. So why would you put cheap mags in a much, much, much nicer gun? 1911s are respected, not treated like they're Glocks or Tauruses. I'm using that clear ETS mag on my Taurus G3C. Shut the frack up, you loser. And all of you that post a video talking how you got the extendo clip and you got 9 rounds in that son of a bitch. So I was just doing a shorts to show the fireball that these guys have. This is some old ass ammo, and it blew out the entire rear primer and actually got the casing stuck inside the chamber because it swelled it. It's part of the fun, right? And of course me, I blame the mag, which I shouldn't have done. Yeah, I caught it. But I hate loading these things. Don't know why, but today I'm having feeding issues, and I don't like that. May have to take a picture of it, but it's got a very faint line around the back of the cartridge. You can see it kind of there, the light reflecting off of it. These cartridges are not good. Something's going wrong with this ammo. And I got a few rounds left. I'm gonna actually fire it all, but yeah, it's being a bitch. If it jams again, the video's done. They knew not to act up. See the discoloration? These rounds have been in this box forever. It's $15 on the price tag on it, so that should tell you all you need to know. I'm gonna buy some new TCM stuff for the next time I come out. Because I do plan on putting 1,000 rounds of this through it and 1,000 rounds of 9 through it. See, there it is. As soon as I get to like 7, it shouldn't be this hard to load the goddamn mag. Yeah, see, I can't even push it down with the screwdriver. That's fine. Be that way. I'm putting this down to ammo. It ripped the rim of the cartridge, so... And no, I didn't bring a clearing rod. Holy shit. Got the plate rack. A little scratched up. You can also see there's a lot of brass on the outside of the slide, which means I think it's firing slightly out of battery. So interesting. This ammo is shot. Okay, we're done. That was range trip with the Rock Island. I'm putting it down to the ammo. I'm going to get some 22 TCM. I'm going to get that stupid ass round out of there, and we're going to see what it does. So a little bit shorter than I wanted it to be. The gun itself is great. And you just saw me beating the hell out of it, and it runs fine. So I'm happy with that aspect. What I'm not happy with is how it's running. Also, my 9mm recoil spring fell off the table. So I have to find that. But if you found this trip enjoyable, maybe leave me a thumbs up, comment, all that stuff down in the bob and blue doos, because, you know, yeah, come back for another video. And as always, I'll talk to you later.